Part 2-3 of the Flutter4CME series is going to be a little bit lighter. I want to try and intersperse a little bit less coding before we finish making this app itself. And I'm going to show you, using themes as an example, why it's important to have the architecture laid out early on, or at least you have at least a bit of a plan. And this actually builds from something that I have posted in GitHub. My handle is FireJune, and Habits is the name of it. It's a fun little app, and you're welcome to take and build from this. But just to show you the actual structure, if you go to lib, I have main.dart, which has void main and run app, and then it creates a material app, and then I have something separate for the theme, and then the home page. And if you look at my theme, I have set up my colors, the primary color and the dark colors and things like that, as well as the accent, and then have gone all the way to, each of the text styles. And the other part that I had mentioned for the home page, if you go to the home page itself, all of these are stateful or stateless widgets. I'm not explaining state right now, but as it builds a scaffold, which you saw, it has a body, and it actually will call you see this underscore, that's a private widget up here, which is called build body, and then a separate one for build drawer and build title and things along those lines. So it keeps everything very, very small and well nested. Things like a navigation drawer that may be reused in different applications, well, here they are. And if you do a quick full search for accent color, as an example, each time that it will call that accent color from very, very early on, it will actually call the theme of the context. So it just goes up the tree and tries to find the first thing that's actually been listed as an accent color. That's how you're able to, in a more complex app, keep everything separate and make it so that you don't have to keep just redoing the color for each one every single time you write it. This is a lot easier to manage. And this also fits along the line with something called material design. And if you haven't heard of it, material.io is the website. It's very good. In 2014, Google tried to create a design language to help as we were developing on Android and iPhone and web and on phone factors and for auto. And Flutter in this is actually one of the first class citizens. They are very excited, and there are ways that you can keep a theme be consistent across your entire app platform. Material theming, you can actually pull directly into as you're making your designs within Sketch today. And just bringing back a few core informatics principles. Why are we even bothering with this? Well, you want usability to be part and parcel as you're creating your application. It needs to be something that is efficient, effective, and satisfying for the end user given a specified context of use. That is usability. And there are many different ways that we can do at least some testing, A/B testing. You see one, you see the other, you decide which one is better. Heuristics, Nielsen has published many years ago various design patterns or heuristics that can make are common patterns that you should probably follow. Focus groups are when everybody gets together and actually comments on what's in front of them. Think aloud is when a single person is talking through their own internal thoughts when they're doing a series of steps. And then time on task is just how long it takes to actually create something. If you're doing design, there are many options ahead of you. If you like Sketch, that is unfortunately Mac only. Figma is very similar, and it is a cloud-based solution, so it is platform agnostic. And then Adobe XD is another option that is available to you. Personally, I've mostly used Sketch and dabbled a little bit in Figma. There is a really good website that gives a comparison of each of them, and that's where this image comes from.